Watch it now. Java Bud.
Hi, welcome back. Guess what today is? It's Java Bud Coffee House Storytime Day. Brought to you by...
Hey baby, how is your car run? Do you have a trouble with your transmission? Shift it in forward, shift it in reverse. Domestic or foreign, I please you with my service.
Today's episode, Letting Go of the Rock, starring the only person I have around here, which is me. Once upon a time, there was this hiking guy in the woods that came across a wide, roaring river with a lot of big rocks and boulders sticking out. And seeing as though he wanted to continue his journey, he decided he would cross the river by jumping from boulder to boulder. So he hopped and jumped and hopped and jumped and until he found himself in the middle of this rapid-filled river. As he made his next jump, his foot hit this slippery patch of moss and he tumbled into the foaming rapids. In panic desperation, he clung to the nearest boulder and held on for dear life. As he clung to the rock, the rapids continued to smash him up against the boulder, time after time. But if he let go, he thought, he would surely drown or crack his skull, or even worse, lose his coffee. After a couple of minutes of getting the crap beat out of him, he had no choice and let go. As expected, the swift current grabbed him and smashed and banged and smashed him up against the rocks, the icy water filling his lungs. His only thought was to survive. Then he reached a bend in the river, one that he couldn't see where he first fell in, and at this bend, the river widened. There were less boulders, and the current was subsiding. He then found himself being emptied into a beautiful, calm lake where he could gently paddle to the far shore where he could continue his journey. Bruised and battered, he was in a place along the river far more appealing than where he was going to cross in the first place. And scene. So the moral of the story is, obviously, you're the guy, the river's life, and sometimes you find yourself in a crappy, lousy place where you fell in and you're getting the crap beat out of you, but you don't want to let go because all you see are the steps, the couple steps that are in front of you, and they're not pleasant. Most of the time, there's a lot of pain involved in that. However, once you have the courage to let go, you go through those small steps and your opportunities start to open up. Things start to look better. The river bends, it widens, and you end up in a much better place than when you would have started, or where you would have ended up if you would have crossed the river at that place in the first place. It's all about having trust in the flow of life, understanding that things happen for a reason and that pain is part of the process. It is the only way, my friend, to grow and expand and create a higher level of fulfillment in your life. Well, I hope you enjoyed that short story today. And may I remind you that there is a website, ebooks, blog, all the stuff I usually talk about. And I'm working on a set of action figures.
G.I. Joe with Kung Fu Grip.
I'll let you know how that goes. I leave you now with an unrelated clip of the week.
What do you think the chances are of a guy like you and a girl like me ending up together? Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight. I came a long way just to see you married. Just least you can do is level with me. What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!